So we're recording. So good evening, everyone, and
Hi.
welcome. Hi, welcome to our first Global Health and Wellbeing Cafe for 2021. I'm really excited. It's the last Thursday of the month, and it's like literally my favorite time in the month. Now, I'm on my own this evening, so I'm having to cover quite a few things, which includes letting people in and all the rest of it. What I'm going to ask, because I can't see your faces anymore, if you don't mind, please could you put your microphone onto mute for me, because I'm recording the session and we just want to minimize any background noise. And we still have people coming into the event. So welcome everybody. If you're just coming in, we're literally just getting started. So here's just a little bit of etiquette. Oh, I can't say it. I said it wrong already. Anyway, you'll get used to me if this is the first time that you're with me. Okay, so as I said, the presentation will be recorded. So if you're not comfortable with sharing your face on the screen, then please turn your camera off, or if you don't want your name to be displayed, there is a function within Zoom that you can change your name settings as well. As I've asked, if you could keep your microphone on mute. It is an interactive call, so there will be elements of the call where you can come in. We do want to hear from you, but there will be times when either I'm speaking or the guest speaker speaking where it's just good to actually have that silence, please. All right, and we're going to be on the call until around 9:30. So welcome. So here's an opportunity for you to unmute yourself, please. I like to find out who's here. I like to find out what's brought you to the event. So if anybody feels comfortable, just sharing some thoughts. Obviously, I've left some prompts on the screen. Just tell me a little bit about what's motivated you to come on the call tonight, please.
I got invited.
I'm so glad you're here with us, Angie. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, my darling. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, brilliant. Who else is here with us who would like to share some thoughts, please?
Hi there, it's Emily. Oh, go for it. I was going to fill the gap. I thought there was a gap. Go for it.
I'm Adriana, hello. And yes, I was invited as well. And I don't think we've met before. So it's really nice, Vanessa, that you picked up whatever I was doing and thought that it would, that you could add value to what I'm doing, and maybe I can add value to other people as well. So thank you for that.
Oh, not a problem. You're very, very welcome. Okay, so I heard Emily. Emily, do you want to just come on the line? Because you've been with us from the beginning of the online event, so it's great to have you back with us.
I was going to say, but don't take it the wrong way. I was going to say, my dad always said I'd go to the opening of an envelope, but don't take that the wrong way. I love it here.
Thank you, Emily. And obviously we connect with each other on different platforms as well. And the fact that you sent me a message today to check if the event was still on, it was so heartwarming. I really love that. Thank you. Is there anybody else? Anybody else that would like to say good evening to everybody?
Hi, my name's Kelly, and it's nice to see you again, Vanessa. It's been a little while.
Kelly, I feel a little bit tearful because how we've met in the gym as mums having a chat while we're on the treadmill and
That's
whatever.
right.
Great to have you here, my love.
Oh, I'm missing it. I'm missing you.
I'm missing you too.
Miss some chats, but it's nice to see you. I know you can't see me. Haven't, but it's nice to really see you. You look very glam.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you have brought tears to my eyes, but no, thank you for being here. Anybody else that I know who wants to make me cry a little bit more? Let me know that you're with me.
It's Karina.
Oh, Karina, I love you. You're all right, my love.
Yeah. Well, you've got to start the new year right, haven't you? So this is the first one of the year, so I'm here. I'm using my tablet today, so I'm not really sure doesn't seem to do anything when I say do the video thing. So I don't know if you can see me. If you can, hi. If you can't, then I don't know what's going on. But at least you can hear me.
I can hear you, my love. I've put everybody into talking mode
I
because
see.
when you listen to the recorded version, it's just easier to see the slides. So
Yeah.
I'm listening in on talking mode. All
Yeah.
right then. So yeah, I think it's going to be a bit emotional just because of the people that I know is here in the topic, but please excuse me, it's tears of joy. So for those of you who don't know me, who am I? Well, my name's Vanessa. I'm a lifestyle coach and I've got a background in project management and event management. But in my spare time, of which I don't really have that much, but I love coaching and bringing people together and working with busy women like you, especially mums, to give you encouragement, inspiration, ideas, and motivation around a healthy, active lifestyle. So if you do know me in that capacity, then you're very welcome here. If you're just getting to know me, then as I said before, you're very welcome and I'd love to find out more about you. I can see comments coming through the chat. I can't read those comments at this stage. So if there's any comments that are for me or questions, I'll have to pick them up later. But yes, what I wanted to say as well, I hope you don't mind me reading this, but it's an affirmation that I'm using at the moment, especially in these times. And I just want you to kind of get a feel for who I am on another level. And I just want you to know that I'm standing in the infinite light of Source Creator, and magnetism has brought you here with me and with the rest of the community tonight. And I really do hope that this session will add value to your journey wherever you are in your life. All right, then. So, just a quick history. This is now an online event, but it started way back in 2018 as a live event. So I know Joe's on the call with us. We've got Karina on the call with us. We've got, oh gosh, I can't see everybody's names, but I know she's here because she's signed in. With Dorothy, yes, we've got Dorothy on the call with us. So, you know, there's people who've actually experienced this as a live event, but I've brought it online because of the circumstances. And to be quite honest with you, it means that I can connect with people that are in different cities as well, which is fantastic. Since we've been online, I've had guest speakers. So my first guest speaker focused on emotional wellness. The second guest speaker helped us to understand about how we are now in the golden age. Now, if that doesn't mean anything to you and you want more information about that after the call, or you're just intrigued, leave a comment in the chat and I can explain that maybe as a follow-up after the event. So we've had guest speakers and it's really an opportunity for us, like I said, to be online and have an opportunity to connect. We do have fun as well as sharing information with you. So great to have you here. So I'm going to do a little bit of personal development with you. Then we're going to hear from our guest speaker, Angie, who's a published author and mental wellness mentor. Then we're going to have a short break. And when we come back, I just want to share with you some transformations. So this is people who've actually been using Herbalife products. And like myself, I use Herbalife products and I've had a transformation, not just physically, but also my journey as well. So you'll hear a bit about that. I'm going to introduce you to Health Hacks, which is an actual program that I work with my VIP clients with, but it's always nice to share what we're doing in this setting. Then there's going to be a raffle. We have a quiz as well. And the raffle, we've got a fantastic prize that our guest speaker, Angie, has donated tonight. So that's great. And then I'm just going to tell you about one of my products. So it's a product that I use when I'm exercising. And there's an opportunity to network as well. So with the networking, I actually turn the recorded session off and, you know, we're still online with each other, just having a chat. And it's literally, if you want to stay for 5 minutes, you want to stay for 10 minutes, it's really up to you. But we're finding that that's a really nice element to the event. Oops. And I'm not very good with the technical bits, as you can see. All right, so I just want to talk to you about personal development. This is a section that's always included, and actually tonight, Angie is going to expand on this conversation with her knowledge and her experience. But I just wanted to share with you about trusting your own plan, and I'm actually centering this conversation around a healthy active lifestyle. I mean, this could be anything for you. You might be having a change in your life with your career, it might be places that you want to go, it might be you're setting up a business. You can really adapt this. But if you just think about the points I'm going to share with you in the context of a healthy active lifestyle, that would really help for this evening. So the first thing that I want us to think about is, you have to create a positive vision of yourself in the future, because it's all about you. And I've chosen the 2 photographs this evening because, when you have a plan, it's like your own roadmap, but it can feel at the beginning that you're actually on a road and you can't quite see where you're going to end up. But if you've got a strong vision in your mind, then you've got to have faith in yourself that you will be able to accomplish the things that you've set out in your plan. And this other one here, I do think we have got a few men with us tonight, so welcome, but I've chosen this from the female perspective. I'm definitely on a mission, and I hope whether, you're here tonight thinking about your health or thinking about other aspects of your life, that you're also on a mission to make positive changes. Okay, so when it comes to trusting your plan, I really advise people to prioritize the activities that are going to allocate time for you to focus, and also prioritize the resources that you are going to need. Now, we know the situation that we're all living in at the moment, but it doesn't mean that we can't still be working on ourselves. So again, I'm speaking to you in the context of a healthy active lifestyle. There are things that you can still be doing even though the circumstances have changed. Now, track everything. This is really important. So again, if we think about the context of living a healthy active lifestyle, I'm holding up a Fitbit, and if you can see clearly, you will actually see it's not actually on. The reason why is the battery's gone on me for the last 2 days, and I tell you what, this hand has felt so empty, because tracking my steps is really something that I've tuned in with for many, many years now. Not always using the Fitbit device, but at first it was like just having my phone in my pocket, or really keeping my phone with me as much as I can. Now that we're in the situation where we are, as I said, I'm a lifestyle coach part-time, but I'm still doing project management, I'm still doing event management. So most of my day is sat here in this kitchen in front of the computer. So it's really, really important that I'm aware of how many steps I'm actually doing. And some days it's not been on the healthy side, I'm not going to lie. But again, the fact that I have that awareness has helped me to really think, oh my gosh, it's time to move. It's time to actually get busy, even if it means cleaning up or doing that extra clean or whatever. So tracking your healthy active lifestyles, not just your steps. People that work with me, we talk about how much water we've drank during the day. We talk about actually how many healthy snacks we've had during the day. All of this makes an overall difference, again, to the journey that you're embarking on. So start small. If you're here and if things are going good for you and you've got everything sorted, then that's great. But we have to be mindful that some people are just at the start of their journey. So what I would say to you, if this is relevant, just start really small. If it is, for example, drinking an extra glass of water a day, then that's great. Or you could actually think about You know, we've spoken about steps, making yourself go for an extra walk or doing an activity within the home that's going to get you more active. So there's no pressure. You've got to start small, be aware of what you're doing and build yourself up. And what I always find as well is if you, in a sense, have had some consistency in what you're doing, and then you realize that actually you've missed a couple of days, or, you know, you've maybe had too many cups of coffee or whatever, and you've not been on track with your water, don't be too hard on yourself. It doesn't matter. You can just reset and start again the next day. Okay, so number 4, identify your positive and negative influences. Okay,
Vanessa,
so, oh, hi.
sorry, darling. Are you supposed to be moving the slide
No,
on? Right. Okay.
no.
You're okay.
It's a static one because I know what I'm like. If I have too much on the screen, it just doesn't work.
No
Thank
problem,
you.
darling.
So yeah, identify positive and negative influences. So this may be your eating times, looking at your family needs, looking at external factors such as, you know, Kelly's here with me tonight. We met on the gym, at the gym, but the gym's not open at the moment. So what could I do? There is outside equipment that I can actually use. Okay. If you do live in a space where you've got garden space, I haven't done it now, but definitely at the beginning of last year, I literally set up my garden as a mini workout. So I put pad stations in the garden and literally did what you would call a HIIT workout using the equipment that I had in the home. So you've got to be flexible. So identifying the positive and negative influences also means the people that are around you. Okay, so do you have people around you that maybe are not on the same path? If you're trying to live a healthy, active lifestyle, but actually you're maybe you know, if you do live with somebody, they're thinking about other things that you're thinking, actually, I'm trying to cut down on that, or I'm trying to avoid that. Not to say you need to be living in a judgment with that person. What I would say is be the light, be the example, and literally just, you know, carry on doing what you're doing, but just be aware of how their habits may have an impact on you. And finally, who's inspiring you? So, you know, I think many of us are spending time on social media. There's lots of examples, and I don't just mean celebrities. I actually mean very ordinary people that may be on your newsfeed. So look at the posts of people that are saying, oh, I've been for a walk today, or I'm doing this particular exercise. Give them a high five. Give them some encouragement, because that's going to keep them on their journey. But actually, we do know from examples that come through our group that, you know, a lot of the people who've been inspired to come and work with us, it's because they've actually been watching what we've been doing and the things we've been sharing on social media. And thankfully, we've had a positive influence to help them to start their journey. So that was it. Oh, sorry, before I move on, actually, I do want to leave you with an affirmation. You can write this down if you have a pen. So the affirmation is, I create my own reality from my heart and mind. And it's really important that you do really feel that and understand that, you know, you are the emperor or the empress of the world that you create for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to hand you over to our guest speaker now. We have Angie Simmons with us, a wonderful woman that sadly I haven't met face to face yet, but we've been in conversation for the best part of last year because of a group that we're both involved in. And we've spent time together when we had a nice chat. So if you've not been able to listen to that video, like I said, please, if you're not on my mailing list, please make sure I have some follow-up information. because I'd love to share that chat with you. It's lovely. But Angie is here with us this evening to share an inspirational story where she will tell us how she stopped hitting the self-destruct button when life pulls the rug on from under your feet. So Angie, I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to hand it over to you, my dear.
Thank you, beautiful lady. Not much pressure. So, regards to to what I'm going to be talking about, my story normally takes about 20 minutes, Vanessa. Is there enough time for that?
Of course, yeah. We're in fact, we're on time, brilliantly on time.
So I just want to, first of all, before I start, explaining what my story is about and stuff, I just want to pull up a couple of bits that you've mentioned, Vanessa. And what I did love what you said was about starting small. A lot of people get so overwhelmed because we look at things too big and we don't realize about chunking things down, so to speak. I know at the school at the moment they call it chunking. And so, there's some great books out there about, like, Eat That Frog. And, I heard once that, when you look at an elephant, it's too big, but if you have one bite at a time, you'll soon eat it. And I just want to share a couple of books that I have been listening to. I don't know if anybody's got Audible on their phone. I'll be sharing why I found this so powerful later on in my story. But there's a couple of books that I've been listening to recently, and we'll just back up what you've said, Vanessa. There was one called The Power of Small, and the other one is called Atomic Habits. They are absolutely amazing books and talk about the habits is about, getting good routines in place, which will back up what I'm going to be talking about. But the power of small just talks about what you've just been talking about, Vanessa. So thank you very much, Vanessa. I feel very honoured and blessed that you've invited me along tonight to talk about my story. And I'm just going to introduce myself to the people that don't actually know me. As I say, my name is Angie. I'm a single mom of a very talented young girl. I'm from a mining town called Mansfield in England. And I'm forgetting the most important one, sorry. I'm also a mum of 3 fur babies. One is my little Pudman that you'll see sitting on the sofa. Every now and again, he'll pop his head up. And then I apologise in advance if either of my cats decide to make an appearance. So what I'm going to be sharing with you today is my unique story on how I paused the self-destruct button when life kept pulling the rug from underneath my feet. And now I've turned my mess into my message to now help inspire other people to develop and grow. And I'm going to be sharing some top tips as we go along. So my life started like most people's, that we get taught to go to school to get a good education so we could get a good job, right? That didn't really work out for me, because it wasn't until later on in life that I was actually diagnosed with a form of dyslexia. If I'm honest, when I was at school, I just thought I was stupid. But what I did love was creativity and art. So I really anchored down on my artistic stuff, like painting and drawing and that sort of thing. But I also loved dancing. But I came from a mining village and we didn't have that much money. So there was no money for me to be able to follow my dream. So what I did used to do was watch films and stuff like that. And I actually taught myself, which I used to use in the local disco. And I'm sure you've seen some of the films before when they do dance-offs. Yes, I was one of those. And I used to do all the dance-offs, and I absolutely loved that. And what I did do at school was I anchored down on my artistic stuff. This allowed me to go into what I call the rug race with 2 qualifications in art. So you can imagine my opportunities I didn't have a lot of scope. But there was a local entrepreneur, and he had 7 salons in the local villages. But he also had his own academy in the local town. So I knew that if I went there, I'd be trained as a hairdresser, and it was artistic. So that's what I did, and I absolutely loved it. I actually I won a competition for a cut and blow dry in colour, and I was really proud of that. And I actually worked my way up to having my own column in the next town that I lived in, village that I lived in. So I really did gel with it. It was so brilliant. But just as I started my career, probably about 6 months into my career as a hairdresser, my mum became a single parent. That left her looking after 4 children and not much money. So I decided that I needed to do my bit to help out, and I actually got myself a job in a nightclub in Mansfield. Now, yes, I was only about 16 and a half, but they didn't ask for my age and I didn't really care. I needed money. But the reason why I chose this nightclub was because it was a dance nightclub. So I was able to carry on doing the stuff that I loved. And then about 1.5 years into doing my exams, I couldn't get up one morning. I was so tired working 2 full-time jobs that I pulled a sickie. And unfortunately for me, my boss found out that I was working the night before. So he pulled the rug. And he actually gave me shampoo and setting and perming. So for me to follow my dream to become an amazing hairdresser, I had to go to college. Don't think that was happening with 2 qualifications in art. So after a couple of months of being on the dole, I decided to go to the local job centre and ask them if they had a job going that I could gain some qualifications. And they agreed. They said, yes, they had. I could go to Butlins, which I thought was really quite exciting. So I was going to go to Butlins for a 6-month job to do MVQ in silver service. Then they told me it was in Bognor Regis. I'd never been out my own town, but I thought I needed to do it. So off I travelled at 19, over 200 and something miles away. And yes, I wanted to get off the dole. What they did do was give me £10 in my paycheck. So that was my first goal, to get rid of the job centre. And I'm glad to say that I did that in 3 months. I became, they employed me. So then I carried on working really hard on my studies to gain a qualification in silver service. 6 months, they said. 6 months, the rug was pulled because the company went bust. But I absolutely loved where I was working. It was so exciting. I got to meet new friends, a different place, although they weren't too sure about my lingo. I actually had my own dictionary at the time because they didn't understand, the northern slang. But I carried on working really quite hard. And after about 8 months, I became a supervisor, which allowed me to then get my own little place off site. Because I don't know if any of you have ever done something like this, but it's really hard work. And when you're working and living in the same place, you never stop working. So this gave me a bit of work-life balance, but that pride that made me feel fantastic that I'd got my own place. I worked my way up to becoming an assistant manager, and then a new manager came along. And unfortunately, we didn't really gel. So she had other ideas and she pulled the rug. This left me without no job, but I'd got bills to pay. So I had to really think on my feet and find another job. And I found a local Italian restaurant that was advertising for a pot washer. And I thought, oh, I need the money. Beggars can't be choosers, right? So I started off as a pot washer, but what I'd got my eyes on was the theatrical kitchen. I saw that as something that I could put my artistic flair into. And I quickly worked my way up the ladder again, and I became a chef trainer, a food safety trainer, and a health and safety trainer. So I actually gained some qualifications with a company called Stonebow as a trainer. What I didn't know at the time was this company had restaurants all over the country. So then I started traveling everywhere. So not only did I have my artistic flair that made my soul sing, but then I got to travel too. And I also was able to train people, which is the 3 things that I still love doing today. So I carried on and I worked all over the country, loved it. And then I met Conrad. After 7 years of living down south, I met Conrad, who was my younger brother's best friend, and I decided to come home and settle down. I moved to a local restaurant in Nottingham, and I became an assistant manager. Not only was I still training the chefs and doing the health and safety, but I was now training managers to go into new restaurants. This was a job that I'd loved to do, and me and my boss, Susie, got on so well. And then Susie decided that she'd had enough and she wanted to move on. Now that was okay for me, although I was going to miss her, but I thought, great, I now can have a manager's job. So I applied for the manager's job, where I've been for probably about a year. And I've been left on my own for just over 6 weeks without any help. To then be told that apparently I wasn't good enough. And one of the managers that I had actually trained would now be my manager. This rug pulling session absolutely knocked the wind out of me. And I actually had a breakdown. This is when I was prescribed antidepressants for depression, but also anxiety. I wasn't fit to work. I didn't want to work. I wanted to hide in a cave, to be fair. But me and Conrad had bought our first home in 2001, and I was now planning my dream wedding, which I made the decision that that's where my focus was going to go. And to date, it is one of the best memories that I've got. And then in February 2005, along came our beautiful daughter, Summer. I was the happiest I'd ever been, but I'd still not got that career that I wanted. So we talked about what I wanted to do, and he mentioned animals. I love animals. I've got a few now. But as a child, and I'm sure some of you guys have had the same thing, I had my own zoo when I was a kid. So I actually looked for, some jobs with regards to working with animals. And I actually found out that I'd actually go to university just to work in a kennels. But I'd still not got my maths and English. So I went to the job centre and I actually gained my GCSEs in maths and English. So at the age of 33, in 2006, I went to Nottingham Trent University. Summer was 19 months old. I'd got myself that little part-time kennel job. And I'm so proud to say at the age of 35, I gained my diploma in animal management. And I also gained this little beauty. I'm not sure if you can see it. This stands pride of place in my living room. This is my national award for outstanding achievements. And the reason why this stands as pride of place is because 6 months into my studies, that young brother I talked about, Tony, my best friend, was killed on the road on the way to my house in a motorbike accident. And it's me that got him into motorbikes. That rug pulling session not only knocked the wind out of me, it knocked me to the floor. I couldn't get up. I didn't want to. I couldn't breathe, and I didn't want to. I actually blamed myself for Tony's death. But unfortunately for me, other family members followed suit. In fact, I was called a devil-worshipping whore, and I should have died, not my brother. My world imploded. So then, this is, I'd already got the tablets, but to drown out the pain and the shame and the guilt, I added alcohol to the mix. And then on Boxing Day 2009, Conrad left. I don't blame him. I wanted to leave, but just not in the way he did. I just wanted to be with Tony. This is when I truly and utterly smashed that self-destruct button. I racked up over £20,000 worth of debt. I was working full-time as a kennel manager and dog grooming part-time just to keep those credit cards at bay. And the worst part about it, I never saw Summer. She was being picked on at school and bottom of her class. And she was an angry and unhappy young lady. But then what did I expect? She just got me to follow. So then what I like to call is my sliding doors moment, or my sliding doors year, was 2014. I met up with an old school friend that I'd not seen for the best part of 20 years. And she told me she was a therapist. So I verbally diarrheaed all my problems all over her. And thankfully, she listened. And she said that she might have something for me that could help me with my increasing debt problems and other stuff. What she did do was give me a CD called Making the Shift by Darren Hardy. And she actually advised me to put it into my CD player in my mushroom van. Yes, I called it a mushroom van. No, it didn't look like a mushroom. It was an old postie van that I'd kitted out, so with vet bed and cages, so I could transport the dogs that I was grooming about. The problem was it didn't have any heating. So in the summer, it rained inside. And then in the winter, the vet bed grew mushrooms. But why I call it my sliding doors moment is because I didn't just listen to that CD on the way home. I listened to it the next morning when Summer was in the van. I listened to it on the way to work, which was an hour commute. And then I listened to it on the way back. I listened, and I listened. Top tip for you. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't understand what that slight edge decision would do for me. It was time for me to get my time back. What I heard was a quote from a guy called Jim Rohn. And it was, for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. And it made me look at my life and what I was doing. You know, he said, you've got to work harder on yourself than you do anything else. So I started investing in me. I started to go into more inspirational events, listening to more inspirational speakers and reading the books. I also started therapy, which enabled me to build relationships that I never thought possible and gained my confidence and my pride back. I didn't realise, as I said, what this slight edge would do. Summer's confidence started to grow. Her pride started to grow. Her grades started to grow. And she actually asked me if she could follow her dream and become an actress. So I agreed. Today, she's 15 years of age. She's been on the West End twice. What I decided to do was I decided to pull the rug. I sacked my boss. Now, was I scared? Oh, yes. Do I regret it? Not a chance. That gave me all the time back for me to support me and Summer and to work harder on me that I can ever do. I didn't know who the personal development would enable us to become. I definitely didn't see what it would enable us to overcome. Because in February again, yes, February again, my mentor, my best friend, my mother passed away suddenly from cancer in 2018. Now this time I felt a little bit different. Felt a little bit like Batfink, but some bullets were getting through. I'd heard about journaling. I didn't really understand it. But I decided that that's one thing I was going to do because I'd heard it's better to have a shorter pencil than a longer memory. I couldn't find the journal for me. So this is when I designed my own. And it's called How Am I Feeling Today? I designed it to help me anchor down on the positive when my life was falling apart again. I concentrated on mine and Summer's self-care to try and drown out the words and the actions of those we once called family. Because yes, they started all over again. But as I said, this time we were different. I decided to start improving my morning and my evening routine. And as I said, I focused on me and Summer. To date, I'm a multi-business owner. I'm an author. I'm a qualified coach. And that mushroom van, I ain't got it anymore. I've got a brand new car on my drive. And I'm nearly debt-free. Summer is 15. She's already been accepted to college. She's looking at university and she's looking at London. So today I stand firmly on my rug and no one or situation will ever pull that rug from underneath me again. See, no one can make you a failure unless you decide to choose that for yourself. Life will pull the rug from underneath your feet. How firmly you stand on it is a true testament to who you've become. So I'm just going to share a few top tips with you, if that's okay. My top tips. Number one is work harder on you than you do anything else. Your success will never far exceed your own personal growth. Number two, morning routine. Make sure you work on the inner world before you let the outer world in. This thing is designed to distract you. I don't let anything in before. I do at least 2 hours in the morning on me. Journaling. Make sure you monitor those daily thoughts, feelings and actions. They're paramount to your health and well-being. And most of the time you won't even remember them. Number four, gratitude. I love gratitude. You can't be happy and sad at the same time. It's mentally impossible. But the one thing I have is a gratitude jar. And every time I have a gratitude thought, I put it in my journal, in my jar. You know when I have one of those days, and we all have them, it's okay not to be okay. I empty my jar of gratitude and I read what I'm grateful for. Number 5, make sure you read 10 pages a day of something inspirational and positive, and listen to audio when these are busy and this gets to walk. You need to drown out all that negativity that's out there. Look after you. Number 6, daily self-care. If you don't put your petrol in your car, it will stop working. If you don't put your energy in you, you will stop working too. Number 7, I've lost count. Affirmations. I love affirmations. And obviously Vanessa's mentioned it a little bit. I've got a little bit of a twist on it, because sometimes you think I am amazing. If you don't feel amazing, it's not going to really work. It does help rewire the brain, but I like to put I love feeling amazing. When I was struggling with all this stuff that I was going through, I didn't feel like a good mother, but I loved the feeling of being a mother. So I changed I am to I love. And number 8, dream diary. Now, all that is a plain book with a pencil. This does not stop. If you did, you'd be dead. This is constantly working. And when you're in the theta stage, when you're asleep, that's when all your imagination comes out. Did you know that Edison actually came out with the idea of the light bulb while he was asleep? Number 9, association. You become the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. Don't hang around with the mood hoovers. They suck the life out of you. Find those positive people that will lift you and elevate you and support you, rather than drag you down. Number 10, forgive those that do harm to you. Because to be fair, it's like you drinking poison and expecting them to die. They're not even thinking about it. But forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. So in closing, I hope I've said something that resonates with you and that you can take on board, so you too can stand firmly on your own rock. Thank you. I think Vanessa's disappeared.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? I am here. I'm doing my technical bit of adding people into the raffle while I'm listening to your wonderful story. So I'm just putting in the chat. I've had new entries from Dorothy, Joanna, and Rosabella. I hope I've spelt your name correctly. Yeah, Rosabella. You are in the raffle. Angie, thank you so much. What a heartwarming, but I'm sorry to hear about the journey as well, because I never knew some of those elements, like with your brother and your mom.
Well, I'm okay now.
Yeah.
See, I look at my journey and, you know, see how have you forgiven them? To be fair, I thank them, because if they hadn't done what they did, I wouldn't be the person today, and I wouldn't be helping as many people as I'm helping today. So it's part of who I am.
You're a very strong woman, very strong woman. And as I shared in the beginning, you know, it's about finding people that inspire us. And I think for someone who's gone through so much and to experience loss at that deep level, to come out and, you know, you touched upon not only the depression, because I think depression is something that many people can relate to, but I think when you've shared your honesty about alcohol, and I do find that a lot of people are in denial about alcohol, and maybe they are drinking too much and they don't want to like face up to that. So thank you so much for being so honest. I'd like to open up to you getting some comments in the chat box, but do we have anybody who would like to ask a direct question to Angie and maybe find out a little bit more about how she works with people? Do we have any questions? So you've got comments, so that was very interesting, Angie.
Forget to mention that. That's my journal. That's the journal that's on the raffle today.
That's the prize.
As you can see, it's not small. It's a year-long undated self-help journal. There's space in there to monitor your daily thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's also got my own personal development toolkit in there. There's place for you to set your goals, to reflect, and also there's place for you to monitor your moods as well, so you can keep track on all that stuff that's going off. So that's why it's
that is interesting, because moods is something, I mean, you'll be able to relate to this, Angie, because I know you like to do your walks, but do you find that when you move, so we actually can re-energize our body and shift
moves?
our move? Yeah,
mood.
I know. Yeah, but we can shift our mood
right, yes.
by moving. I probably did say move, didn't I? Sorry, I meant mood.
Right.
We can shift our mood by moving.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share a little secret to really get into the zone for this evening. Not only have I done my walk, but, you know, I think it was about 10 minutes before the event, I actually did, I think it was about 50 star jumps. I did 50 star jumps, and I just said something really powerful, sent that out into the atmosphere to really raise my vibration. But yeah, mood is very, very, very important. So we've got a question here from Joe. How did you change from having the rug pulled to standing firmly on the rug? So she wants to know a little bit more about the things that you've done.
That is basically my personal development. You know, I talked about the work that I've done on me. It was just reading every day, listening every day, attending the event, shutting out all the negative. I don't watch the news. I don't listen to the news. I have people saying to me, well, you need to know what's going off. And I'm like, no, I don't. You'll tell me. Do you know what I mean? So it was, you know, the tips that I shared, it's more about doing a lot of those. So making sure you work harder on you and doing that daily routine, for sure.
I hear you, because, you know, when I haven't done my daily routine, Angie, my mood is just not the same.
Oh, yes.
We have some more questions. Karina's asking, where can you get the journal? Well, you could win the journal, Karina, if you was in the the raffle, but I don't have your name in the raffle. I'll give you
also popped it in the chat.
I've put the link to the raffle in the chat. You'll have to scroll up to get that. And what did you say there, Angie? Sorry.
I've just popped it in the chat.
Okay, so Angie's dropped a link in the chat about where you can purchase the raffle.
This is what I was talking about the moods. Can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
So literally, I colour it in on a daily basis. And if I look at that, I can say, well, purple's my inspired, green's my tired. That's normally because I pressed the snooze button. And then I can just look and go, well, what's happening? And then I can literally quickly look back and go, oh, that's why I'm feeling like that. So that enables me to look at what actions I'm taking so I can change my actions. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
It all started when my mum passed away. I found her journal, her diary, and it was only a small one. And I was just writing down in the morning a little bit about how I was feeling, then a little bit of the evening how I was feeling. But I was drawing an ear. Was I listening to something positive? And then I drew a little book. Was I reading something positive? More importantly, was there a glass of wine or a bottle of wine? Without even realizing and designing that, that's how I started it. What's that one?
I'm just thinking, did you hear me okay? I was doing the most bizarre thing. I've got to share this. Sitting with headphones in, but listening to you from the speaker. Right, so I do need help technically. Okay. Okay, so have we got any more questions? So you mentioned routine, personal development every day, choosing friends, etc. Don't know if this is a question or a comment. Okay, so I think someone's just backing up what you've said there.
Yeah.
So are there any more questions? It would be nice to hear somebody actually voice a question to Angie.
I'll voice a question.
Hi, Dorothy. Thank you.
Hi. Yeah, just wondering what exactly you do with people. Where do you start, basically?
What regards to what I do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the journal, as I said, the journal was designed when my mum passed away, and that was literally, it took me probably about 1.5 years to design with my personal development routine. But I've also got a 12-week mentoring program, which I take people through the step-by-step of the journal. So what people do end up leaving with is my personal development routine, but and more of an understanding, because I teach people the science behind the steps that I do. So that 12-week course is all about gaining more clarity, more connection, but improving mindset and growth. So that's how I work. But yeah, the 12-week or with the journal, because the journal comes on its own, but it comes with a Facebook page, or you can jump on the course and you get the journal with it anyway.
Okay, thanks.
Perfect. Thank you, Angie.
Oh, bless you. Karina's just bought the journal. Thank you, Karina.
Oh, wow, that's brilliant.
Let me know when it turns up, my love, and by all means, I don't mind doing a one-to-one with people and just going through it. Not
That's
at all.
great. Thank you. And what we will say as well, the value of the journal, like I said, we're giving it away, or Angie rather, is donated a copy for those of you who are in here in the raffle, if your name's in there. But please, you know, even if you win it as a gift, please remember it has value. And there's going to be a lot of energy and love that's gone into the writing of that. I can feel that just from, you know, what Angie said, and the fact that I've seen her journey as she's been creating her program as well. So I'm going to try and put my screen back on. Let's hope this works.
You're welcome, Karina. Apparently I've got a date now.
Oh, perfect.
And I love that you said thanks. I always say that. I always go thanks.
So from current slide, can I have just a check in to see if the screen is showing, please? It is brilliant.
Oh, you've got me on.
Yes, that's the right screen. I wanted people, if you're not connected to Angie, if you wanted to take a photograph of this screen here, you can take a quick snap of it, or if you've got a pen and you can make a note, please do stay in contact with Angie. Lovely lady, fantastic energy. And her posts on LinkedIn are brilliant as well. So remember what I said to you about who's inspiring you. Angie's definitely somebody who gives me a pickup and makes me remember what path I'm on as well. So thank you so much, Angie, for your contribution and your time this evening. Great to have you here. So now we're going to take a 5-minute break. And look, I've got a Fitbit in front of me with no, it's not working, and I can't see the time because I've left my telephone. Could somebody just tell me what time it is, please?
It's 9 o'clock, darling.
Oh, right. Okay. So we've got a 5-minute break then, please. If you could be back with me at 5 minutes past 9. I'm going to share some information with you, and we're going to do the quiz. And you do need to be on the line when the quiz takes place to be eligible to win. All right, so have a 5-minute break. You're going to need this Kahoot. So you might have it on your phone if you've been with me before. If you're on your desktop, then you can just pull it up. Go to www.kahoot.it. It will need to be open because it's an interactive game. All right, so you'll need that to take part. Okay, so I'm just going to stop the recording and we're going to have a 5-minute break. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, welcome back. So we've had our break. So yeah, thank you again, Angie. I'm going to share my screen now. and take you through the next part of the session. Can you see my slide okay?
Yes, love.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oops. Oh. Welcome back. Okay, so this is an opportunity where I'd like to get to know you a bit, and I would like you to think of 2 positive words, please, to best describe yourself. So don't think too long. Okay, I would like to hear from 3 of you, if possible. With your voice. Like I said to you before, I can't see your face because I've minimized the screen, but let's hear from three of you that are still with us, please. 2 positive words to describe yourself.
Hi, Vanessa, it's Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, I'm going to go for friendly and thoughtful.
Thank you. And who's next?
Hi, I'm Kerry.
Hi, Kerry.
Supportive and helpful.
Brilliant. Thank you, Kerry. Welcome here. Who's
Thank
next,
you.
please?
Vanessa, Laverick as is it, I don't know if
It's Jo. It's how she's put her name in.
Okay, she's put up friendly and helpful.
Brilliant, which she certainly is. And I'd like to hear somebody's voice because I can't see the face of it. Please be brave.
Hi, this is Rosalba.
Hi, Rosalba.
Hi. So I will say smiling and kind.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, that's such a lovely range of words to bring us into the second part of this evening. Okay, so I want to just talk to you quickly about some transformations. And as I said, these transformations, you may be able to see a physical difference, but what these photographs are not showing you is the journey, which would have been inside the person's mind first. Everything starts up here. So it's your decision to make these changes. All right, so I'm not going to talk about their journey. What I want to tell you about is my own journey, if I may. And my story started with the fact that I'm a mum and my children are older now. So my daughter is 27, but when my daughter and my son were teenagers, I wasn't eating properly. So busy mum, always on the go. I wasn't doing enough home cooking, even though I'm a brilliant cook. I love cooking. It was just easier to get a takeaway. So I wasn't eating the right foods, which meant that I had low energy from what I was eating. And actually, I was doing a lot of exercise. So I've always had exercise as part of my life. And what I then decided is I needed to make a positive change, because even though I was exercising a lot, I thought that I would literally train my way out of a bad diet, and that wasn't the case. So when I made some changes again, Angie's told us about a morning routine. So I made a change to my morning routine in terms of having a healthy breakfast. I made changes by drinking lots of water. So, I've been sitting here drinking my water. I never would drink water throughout the day. I actually only drank water when I was doing an exercise routine or an exercise class. And changes to the things that I was snacking on during the day as well. And everything combined, so I still kept up with my exercise, I dropped 2 dress sizes. Now, I have had a little boy, so I've been blessed in my 40s to conceive. And he's the light of my world, he really is. So, he was born in 2019. So, I did put a little bit of weight on, but now I'm still back on my healthy, active plan. Not moving as much as I would like to. So you heard that part of my story at the beginning, but I still have my great nutrition rather. The exercise, it's limited to walking. And like I said, I've been doing things on the outside gym. So you heard Kelly introduce herself to me, I was going to the gym when they were open, but they're not at the moment. And I normally do kickboxing, but hey ho. But it's all about my mindset. So as long as I can keep active in terms of my daily steps, then I'm trying to maintain my weight through exercise as well as nutrition. So I just want to tell you about our health hack. So if you've been on this call with me before, then you know that we've spoken about protein power. We've looked at the power of drinking water and why you really need to be drinking water as part of your daily routine. And this evening, I am going to talk about exercise. Now, ironically, as I said, we know the situation out there, so we can't come on and talk about our great gym routine and the classes that we've been participating in. But hopefully, I might be able to give you an idea of how you can stay active within your own home. So let's talk about why establishing your exercise and getting an exercise routine, why is that going to make a difference to you? So there are some obvious things that you can see here on the screen. So I'm just going to read them for people that are listening in. It will lower your blood pressure. It will help your blood to be more oxygenated. It's going to reduce your stress levels. So if you're, again, like myself, you're mainly sitting down and you're working from home, maybe you've got the type of job where the computer is a big part of your day, then you do need to manage that stress, because obviously our working environment has changed. Exercise is a fantastic way to help us to do that. On another point, it's going to help you to boost your cholesterol. Now, cholesterol is something that's often overlooked, but we do need to pay attention to it. And ultimately, if you are trying to maintain a healthy weight, then exercising is going to help you to do that. So even if you are at what you would say a comfortable weight, then staying active is going to help you to remain at the ideal weight that you were at. So there's some key facts that I wanted to share with you about exercise as well. And the first one's reversibility. So basically your body will respond and adapt to fitness. Now, fitness cannot be stored. So what you do not use, you are going to lose. So it's really important that you really take that on board. So if you are somebody who's normally active, when we're not living in the conditions that we are in, then it's still important that you're finding a way of keeping active, because your body doesn't hold on to the fitness and it will start to reverse all that good work that you've been doing. The second one is about recovery. So, let's put ourselves in a position where we're very active. We are, keeping up with our routine. We've got to ensure that recovery is very much part of the plan that we're sticking to. And full recovery from your vigorous exercise can take up to 48 hours. So it's something that you do need to factor in, and rest has to be part of that as well. A lot of people feel that, if they really, exercise every day, then, they're going to smash it and they're going to get that body. Well, no, it's got to be sensible. And to be quite honest with you, the clients that I work with, I actually give them a ratio where it's 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. So you really need to think about what you're putting into your body and the amount of exercise that you're doing. And recovery is going to be something that I'll talk to you about as well in a minute when I tell you about one of my products. Now, let's think about a plateau. So you can find that your training has reached a certain point and your body's not really positively adapting to the exercise that you're doing. And this may be occurring for a number of reasons. So number one is a poor diet. That's why your nutrition has to be part of your plan. Don't think you're going to exercise your way out of a bad diet. It just will not work. Like I said, you need that adequate recovery. So if your training has suddenly reached a plateau, you're probably not factoring in recovery, you're not helping your body to and your muscles to recover after you've put them under so much stress with your exercise. You could be overtraining. And finally, your body may just be accustomed to the exercise that you've been doing, and you actually need to go back to the drawing board, as it were, and think about some exercise that's going to challenge your body a little bit more. So as I said, if you're finding that you're in the home and you're not able to exercise as much as you want to, then I've literally just signed up as a partner with a fantastic website. It's called Source on Demand, and there is a range of online fitness classes on there. So you could do yoga, you could do fitness, you could do Pilates, and it's literally at your demand. Now, it's a great offer that the platform are doing at the moment, and they're calling it a lockdown special at only £7 a month. So this is fantastic. If you feel that you do need to actually have something in front of you, then, you know, this platform, there's so many different options. I would show you, but I'm scared that I'm going to mess up my technology on the slides. So I'll bring up the slide once the presentation's finished, but it's a brilliant website. Okay, so I would like to hear from you, please, about recovery and refueling. So refueling specifically. Are you refueling your body during and after your workout? And if you are, I'd love to find out what you're doing, please. So if anybody, I'm going to try and see if I could read the chat here. I think I can. Okay, so there's some things, some chat going in there. Just tell me about what you're doing. If you don't feel comfortable with your voice, then I'd love to find out how you focus on refueling and recovery.
I don't mind sharing.
Hi, Angie.
You know, when you talked about water, I obviously drink quite a lot of water, but I also put charcoal in my water. By the charcoal sticks. You can get them from eBay. They're pretty cheap and they're brilliant for filtering out all the crap. So I drink a lot of water because I, you know, like you, kickboxer, and I've got my kickboxing bag back up. I only do 5-10 minutes a day because it kills me. But yeah, that's what I do. I drink my water with my charcoal sticks in.
Brilliant. Thank you, Angie. Anybody else? Oh, they've gone quiet on me. Okay, no worries. Well, what I would like to tell you about is a product that actually can be used. I'm turning just to hold this up as well here. It's a product that can be used when you are exercising, and it's a carbohydrate electrolyte solution. And it's a product that Herbalife Nutrition have developed in consultation with Cristiano Ronaldo. So this has literally been a product that he uses to help him with his recovery. Now, it's high in vitamin B12, which contributes to the normal energy yielding metabolism. And it's under 100 calories per serving. It also does have other vitamins in there, such as vitamin E, magnesium. And for any of you who are actually interested in, let's see here, thiamine, is it thiamine? I'm probably not saying that properly, but it's brilliant. You know, for myself, I will share a quick story with you from my kickboxing scenario. And as a kickboxer, we do grading, and I trained intensely working up to the grading situation. Then I did my grading. When you grade in kickboxing, it's like literally 2 hours nonstop. You have like a very, very small break, but it is nonstop. Anyway, after the event, I had to drive up to Manchester. My daughter was in Manchester at the time. I had to drive up to her. I can't remember the reason, but anyway, that's a 2-hour drive from where I am. Basically, I had to sleep on the settee, but the next day I woke up and I had literally no pain. There was no aches at all. It was literally like I was just okay. You wouldn't have thought that I'd put my body under such intense pressure. And obviously I'd explained to my daughter Destiny what I'd been doing that day before, and she was like, well, you don't look as though you've just done that. And I was like, oh no, I have CR7 in my water. So, you know, it's a very, it tastes beautiful, but in terms of helping me with that recovery, it definitely did the job. Now, I want to explain about my online wellness evaluation. Now, it's something that many of you may not be familiar with. It's a free body composition review that I offer. Now, it can be done online. Obviously, we're in the circumstances that we are, and I have adapted it. But it's really important for people to understand some key metrics that are actually part of your tracking. So I spoke about tracking at the beginning of the call. So a lot of people just literally look at their measurement, I suppose, in pounds and stones. That's how we describe our metrics in the UK. But do you know how much body fat you're carrying? Do you know your lean muscle mass? Do you know how hydrated your body actually is? So I offer a complimentary online wellness evaluation, which is a form, and then we can follow that up with how I've adapted this composition review. If you do want to find out any more information about that, I will leave a chat in the link. And if you're listening to the recording, then the link will be underneath the recording. So it is raffle time. I haven't put the pin in. I'm going to have to stop the share. And let me see if I can get this up. Is everybody participating? I do need to make sure we're going to have players.
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's fun. It is fun. Oh, what am I doing? Why is it not stopping the share?
How do I do it?
Okay, you couldn't do it last time. So are you on your desktop?
No, I'm on my phone. Well, I'm on my desktop, but I've got my phone with Kahoot
So
on,
can you download the app called Kahoot? It's called Kahoot it? Is it called Kahoot
yeah,
it?
I've got Kahoot on my phone.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to give you the I've got to give you the game. Now, I've just seen somebody pop in the chat about they haven't got the raffle ticket. Now, I put that into the group. I'm just going to copy the link over. The raffle actually did close at 10 to, but I will, because you're still on the line with us, I will give you an opportunity to enter the raffle. So here it is. While I'm still messing about with technology, enter that, but I'm going to have to put your ticket in. No problem, Kerry, it's not a problem. But what I want us to do is play the quiz. And if you've been with me before, you know that I have problems with this, but bear with. That's somebody's famous saying. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yep.
Right, okay, so I'm going to press play. Now, what you cannot hear, oh, what's this now? What you won't be able to hear is the music, because I still haven't sorted that out. What on earth's this? I'm going to do that and see if it works. So it should be loading it. And what are we doing? No, we're doing that. You're doing one-to-one. So the pin should be coming up. So can you see the screen? Can you see this game pin?
Black screen.
Black screen.
Can you see it? Oops.
It's got a
You've
black
got like a
triangle
line
line
going
in the
down the
middle.
middle.
It's got a, all right, so here's the game pin if you can't see it. 3, 2, 3, 0, 7, 3, 7. Can you
Can
see?
you say that again, darling?
Can you? I don't think you can see. Can you see the screen?
No.
Oh, you need to be able to see the screen because it's telling me that they can't see it. All
Yeah,
right.
we can't see it.
No, you need to see it because otherwise you won't be able to answer the questions. 1 minute.
You can guess.
No.
Ah.
Can you see it?
Oh, we can see it.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Ooh, we got music this week. Okay, so I'm going to wait for you to come in then.
I figured it out. Woohoo!
You get a bit of dancing from me as well because I like the music.
I'll join in.
Okay, we need another person. Come on. We can play it with 3. I can't turn the music up.
Somebody's asking for the pin. It's 323 0737.
Oh, brilliant. We've got 4. Oh, we've got 5. Brilliant. Okay. Right, I'm going to start this then. Okay, here we go. Now, I will say, Angie, you're going to know one of these answers.
Right. Okay.
Because it's about your journey.
Right. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Welcome. 3, 2, 1. Quiz time. So name one challenge that Angie overcame.
Right. Okay. That took me a while.
Just play it. Really, well done. Okay, I don't know if I have to press next. I think I do. Oh no. Oh yeah. So this is telling us who's in the lead. So we have Kerry in the lead. Well done. Oh, wait, no. What am I doing? Cancel.
Let's cancel.
It's this silly thing. Sorry. Okay, next question. True or false? Oh, I never shared this with you. So just guess. Do you think that you need to exercise at least 150 minutes for the week? Do you think that's true or false?
I've probably done this one.
Yay! Sorry, it was part of my presentation and never read it out. Okay, so we have Kerry still in the lead. Well done, Kerry. Okay. So, name 2 of the vitamins that are in the Herbalife CR7 Drive products.
Only let me answer one.
Yeah, well, it don't let me answer one and all.
Oh, maybe I did that question wrong then. I think you got them right. Sorry.
Oh, I got mine wrong, sure.
Oh, sorry, that's me. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, Joe's in the lead. Well done, Joe. And Joe has had a streak with 3 correct answers. Well done, Joe. Okay, so we've got 4 out of 5. So what can contribute to a training plateau? So you just want one answer here. Yay! Oh. Well done. Okay. So the answer is inadequate recovery. Well done. Oh gosh, sorry about this. We do need to get somebody else on the technical side. Oh. Oh gosh, it's this thing. Right. Oh, come on. It's wanting me to do it in another screen. Right, okay, let's have a look. So we have Rosabelle. What am I saying? I don't think I'm saying her name right. Rosabelle. Well done. So how is it? Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean,
Oh,
it
sorry.
comes. No worries.
Sorry, Rosa. Well done. Okay. Oh, I'm still trying to end the game, and that's not right either. So, oh dear, what is happening?
Let's cancel.
Cancel. It's this button. It just, I don't know what I pressed ages ago. Right, final question. How long can it take for your body to recover after exercise?
Well, I'm shocking.
It's harder, isn't it, than you think? My goodness.
Absolutely.
You look, crack me up. Okay, so in third place. Okay, and here's one.
Oh,
Kelly!
second, yay!
Woo! Kelly came second, and Rose. Oh, I can't say Rosa came third. Sorry. Right, brilliant. Okay,
Good fun.
That's good.
so I'm going to leave that music up, and I'm just. Can you see this screen?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to leave the music up because I like it. Special effects. Okay, I just wanted to show you this. This is the Source on Demand platform. Okay, so it flashes up to show you that there's different types of exercise classes. Okay, so they're pre-recorded, so you start when you want and you can try new styles, and that's it on that one. So let me go back on this screen. Okay. Oh, come on. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. 1 minute. Sorry, it is just, I definitely need help, don't I? Right, so what's the pin? So we've done that. So well done, everybody. I'm sorry about my technical shenanigans on there. All right, so we've played our quiz. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we're nearly finished. I know that we've covered a lot, but if you wanted to get started with me and you want to find out what did I do to change my breakfast, well, I have a 6-day breakfast club. I will give you nutrition education, and I will give you some coaching one-to-one and in a group. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, then I will have my contact details showing shortly. And, you know, make sure that we stay connected. Now, please save the date. Okay, please save the date. I would love to see you back on the next call with me. The next call is Thursday, the 25th of February. At 8 o'clock, we'll be on Zoom, and I have Victoria, who is a qualified emotion and body healer practitioner. So I'm really excited to hear about Victoria's teachings and what she'll be sharing with us. As I said, let's stay connected. That's my email address. If you're not on my actual email list, please take a note of my email address. If you're happy to contact me, I'd love to hear from you. If you're in the raffle, I've got your email address already, so I'm going to send you a message just to make sure and double check to see if it's okay to add you onto my list, which means that we will be connected anyway. All right, so where are we? We've come to the end. Give me some feedback. How was it for you this evening?
Really good. My first time. This is Kerry, by the way.
Hi, Kerry. I can see your name popping up. Well
It's
done.
been really good. Yeah, I've loved it. Thank you for putting it out there.
Oh, bless you. I've just remembered I didn't do the raffle.
I was just about to ask you.
Knew there was something.
You know what? Even if you come on for a laugh and my little mistakes trying to put on a show and it doesn't quite go right. But anyway, you're not forgotten. Oh, wait a minute. We did have a late entry, didn't we? Let's just put that.
Yes, me, Kerry.
Oh, it's Kerry. It's Kerry, right. You just have to bear with. So I've got to go to the screen and get the ticket because you won't be able to see it. Okay, so
I'll remember next time, I promise.
not a problem. Not a problem. Let me just go here because I have to. Oh, why is it telling me I've got? Okay, I don't know if I'm going to have time to put everybody in. Let's have a look.
Can't you just get a piece of paper and just chuck it in?
No, I can do that. It's telling me, I don't know if I've already collected those answers. It's saying I've got 4 submissions and I'd cleared them all. But people do need to be on the call. So is Marie, is Marie still with us?
No.
Right, okay, so
Yes.
Oh, no, yes, she is.
she is. Okay, I'll add you in then because you do still need to be on the call.
Thanks.
Okay, just put this number in. Have a look. Okay, so that's Marie going in. Tracy, I think she's done it again, but I already got Tracy because you did it quite early on. Tracy Stewart? Is Tracy still with us? I don't think she's here anymore. Okay, so then we have Kerry. So this is the last entry that I'm putting into the draw. Okie dokie, so this is the last one. Okay, there you go. Right, let me get my screen so I can see what's happening. Okay. Now, if Mark was here or if my little boy was here, I'd get them to pull the ticket, but they're upstairs, out of the way. All right, so I have a ticket. Let's see. And the fantastic prize goes to Kath Hania. Is she still with us? You need to be on the call.
Nope.
No, okay, sorry, I've got to disqualify. You've got to stay.
Left and all.
Huh?
I think somebody's just left as well.
Oh dear. Well, you've got to stay. You've got to stay. Okay, who's this? Marie! You just snuck in there.
Wonderful.
Okay then, please, I have your details from the prize. If it's okay to pass them over to Angie, she will make arrangements to get the journal out to you. Is that okay?
Great. So what do you need to do? To send an email to Angie or to send my email?
No, it's fine. It's fine. If you filled in the all of the points on the raffle, if you left me your email address in there, then I've got it.
Yeah, I have the email. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. So it is now time to network. We've ran slightly over.
Yeah.
I